What if the secret behind two of Korea's biggest stars isn't just talent, but a hidden romance? Welcome to Red Carpet Revealed, where we uncover the truth behind the glitz and glamour. Today, we dive into the untold story of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won, a powerful bond that may have shaped their journey to stardom. Let's find out what really happened. What if the secret behind two of Korea's brightest stars wasn't just talent or timing, but love? In the fast-paced world of Korean entertainment, image is everything. Fans see the glitz, the rehearsed interviews, and the on-screen chemistry. But sometimes, the most powerful stories happen behind closed doors. Today on Red Carpet Revealed, we explore a romance that allegedly blossomed away from the flashing cameras. A love that may have inspired some of the most unforgettable moments in K-drama history. This is the untold story of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won, whose connection, though never confirmed publicly, has sparked years of whispers, speculation, and fan devotion. Could their rumored bond be the emotional force behind their incredible rise? When Kim Soo-hyun first captured hearts in Dream High, 2011, and Moon Embracing the Sun, 2012, he quickly became a household name across Asia. His boy-next-door charm, serious acting chops, and emotional depth made him one of the most sought-after leading men in South Korea. Meanwhile, Kim Ji-won was slowly building her own path to stardom. She impressed in supporting roles in High Kick, Revenge of the Short-Legged and The Heirs, earning attention for her expressive eyes and quiet confidence. Though she didn't shoot to fame as quickly as Soo-hyun, industry insiders began recognizing her as one to watch. In the early 2010s, the two stars were climbing different mountains. Their worlds hadn't collided yet, but fate had other plans. It wasn't until 2015, behind the scenes of industry events and fashion campaigns, that rumors of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won first surfaced. According to anonymous staffers, the two were introduced by mutual friends and seemed to click instantly. They had an ease with each other, said a stylist who worked with both actors separately. Not flirty, just like they spoke the same emotional language. Fans started speculating when the two were spotted together at a private gathering following a major film awards ceremony in 2016. No paparazzi photos were ever released, but fan blogs lit up with alleged sightings. Were they just friends? Was it a budding romance? Both stars stayed silent, only fueling the mystery. In interviews, both Soo-hyun and Ji-won have hinted at the emotional toll of their careers. The pressure to maintain a flawless public image, long hours on set, and the inability to form genuine relationships outside the industry. It's a weight not many can understand. I always feel like I'm performing, even off camera, Soo-hyun once said in a 2017 interview with Vogue Korea. It's hard to know who's really there for me. Ji-won echoed similar sentiments. I find comfort in quiet moments. I don't like loud attention. I value sincerity over anything else. It's easy to imagine how these shared emotional values could draw two people together, especially in an industry that rewards appearance over authenticity. They were both young, wildly famous, and yearning for something real. And perhaps they found that in each other. For fans who believe in the secret couple theory, evidence is everywhere. In Soo-hyun's emotionally charged performance in It's Okay to Not Be Okay, 2020, some viewers noticed parallels between his character's vulnerability and real-life interviews where he spoke about longing for connection. In Ji-won's Fight for My Way, 2017, her portrayal of a woman chasing her dreams despite emotional setbacks resonated deeply with viewers. But fans of the couple pointed out something more subtle: the way she spoke about her ideal partner in press interviews that year. I'm drawn to someone who listens more than they speak. Someone who notices the small things, she said on a variety show. Someone who supports me without needing to take the spotlight. That same week, Soo-hyun posted a cryptic Instagram photo of a quote, "The strongest bonds are felt in silence." Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe it was a quiet message across the media void. Why would two adults, both admired by millions, choose to keep their love life hidden? The answer lies in the rigid machinery of the Korean entertainment industry. Public relationships can damage an actor's marketability, disrupt fan fantasy, and even cost them major endorsements. For actors at the height of their careers, The risk often outweighs the reward. But there's also something deeply personal at play. Soo-hyun has always guarded his privacy fiercely. Ji-won, too, has avoided the tabloid drama that plagues many of her peers. If they were indeed together, they may have decided that secrecy was the only way to preserve something real in a world where everything else is curated. There have been numerous unconfirmed reports of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won supporting each other's projects in the shadows. One anonymous assistant director claimed seeing Ji-won quietly visiting the set of Psycho But It's Okay. Another insider suggested that Soo-hyun sent food trucks to Ji-won's My Liberation Notes filming location. Again, nothing ever confirmed. Even without public displays of affection, those in the industry whispered of an undeniable closeness between the two actors. Their fan bases began to overlap, with fans coining couple nicknames and creating video edits of imaginary dramas starring them. Fantasy of a secret romance wasn't just a tabloid dream, it became a digital movement. By 2022, the rumors had quieted, until the two were cast together in a high-profile commercial campaign for a luxury fashion brand. The chemistry between them was undeniable. The shoot was strictly professional. Fans noticed something unspoken in their body language: subtle smiles, long glances, relaxed shoulders. Never seen Soo-hyun look this comfortable with a co-star off-screen, one fashion editor tweeted after attending the shoot. For days, hashtags like #Soo-hyun Ji-won Reel trended on Korean Twitter. YouTube channels analyzed every frame of the commercial. People weren't just watching a brand ad, they were trying to decode a story written in silence. Despite the rising public curiosity, major media outlets refused to touch the rumor. In South Korea, it's not uncommon for media to avoid sensitive stories, especially when powerful agencies are involved. Both actors' representatives issued vague statements denying dating rumors but reaffirmed deep mutual respect. The message was clear: please stop asking. Some critics argued this was part of a broader problem in the Korean entertainment system, a refusal to allow its stars to be human, to love, to hurt, to grow without scrutiny. But fans? Fans were undeterred. The public's fascination with Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won only grew as time passed, whether the rumors of their secret romance were true or not. Names became inextricably linked, not just as potential lovers, but as kindred spirits navigating the pressures of Korean fame with strikingly similar grace. By 2023, both stars had firmly solidified their status in the industry, not just as icons of beauty or style, but as serious actors capable of commanding global audiences. That year marked a turning point. Whispers began to circulate that Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won had both been approached for a leading role in a new drama, described by insiders as a mature, emotionally complex love story with deep psychological themes. It wasn't just another romantic comedy, it was a bold project, rumored to reflect the inner struggles and personal evolution of its lead characters. When casting was finally confirmed, fans erupted. It was real. For the first time, the two would act together in a full-length series. Titled Queen of Tears, the drama was instantly one of the most anticipated Korean series in recent memory. The premise: two lovers reuniting after years apart, forced to confront the love they had lost and the people they had become, felt almost too perfect. Was this merely art imitating life? Or was life bleeding into art in the most poetic way? On set, production staff described a rare kind of energy between the two stars. It wasn't the overly rehearsed chemistry that some actors worked tirelessly to achieve. It was subtle, lived in, real. Rarely needed multiple takes. Scenes that required intense emotional depth seemed to flow effortlessly. According to one crew member, sometimes, it felt like they weren't acting, like they were just remembering. Behind the scenes, the actors maintained their usual distance from the media. There were no joint interviews, no staged couple photos, no viral social media posts designed to stoke fan flames. But what they gave instead was something more powerful: vulnerability on screen. Viewers watched, episode after episode, as two fictional characters fought through heartbreak, guilt, and regret, with performances so raw that it left many wondering if the pain was personal. Ratings for Queen of Tears soared. International streaming platforms picked it up within days, and it dominated global charts. More than just a hit drama, it felt like a cultural moment, An event. Audiences weren't just watching a show, they were watching a story that somehow felt deeply real, almost confessional. The online speculation reignited with force. TikTok users created side-by-side clips of past interviews, interpreting glances, comparing emotional quotes. Reddit threads analyzed the show's dialogue for coded messages. Twitter, X fans dissected wardrobe choices, wondering if certain outfits were callbacks to public appearances the two had made years prior. Even respected entertainment journalists began to wonder aloud, were Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won finally telling their story, just not with words? Still, they said nothing. And in their silence, the legend grew. But while the public obsessed over their possible romance, something more important was happening. Both actors were evolving. Kim Ji-won, once typecast in supporting roles, is now headlining primetime dramas with global reach. She was no longer the girl from the airs. She was now hailed for her emotional complexity, her quiet strength, and the raw femininity she brought to the screen. Kim Soo-hyun, meanwhile, was entering a new phase in his career. No longer the wide-eyed heartthrob, he began selecting roles that explored vulnerability, mental health, and masculine fragility. His fans grew with him, and many noted that his work, especially after 2020, seemed increasingly introspective, almost like he was performing not to impress, but to express. For those who believed in their bond, the impact they had on each other was undeniable. It wasn't just that they were in love, it was that their love, real or imagined, seemed to fuel something bigger. It pushed them to take risks, to go deeper, step into their own power. And it changed how people saw love stories in Korean entertainment. Queen of Tears wasn't just about romance, it was about time, loss, redemption. It told the truth about how complicated adult love can be. And for fans who believed in the Kim pairing, it felt like they had grown up too, no longer cheering for cute couple moments, but for emotional healing, maturity. Second chances. The success of the series sparked wider conversations in the industry. Should Korean stars still have to hide their relationships to maintain fan loyalty? Was it time for a cultural shift? One where celebrities could be seen as whole people, not just public property? Many younger actors began speaking out in support of normalizing dating and even marriage. The idol fantasy that once kept stars single and silent was starting to crack. If Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won did indeed love each other, and if they had to hide it for years, it was a quiet rebellion, a refusal to let fame dictate the most personal parts of their lives. And if they were never together, then their on-screen connection became a beautiful myth, a shared dream between performers and the public, one that elevated both their careers. Late 2024, both actors had received numerous accolades for Queen of Tears, international awards, streaming records. Widespread critical acclaim poured in. The drama had become a symbol, not just of excellence in storytelling, but of what could happen when two artists connect on a deeper level. And still, no confirmation. No denial. In a rare interview, Kim Ji-won was asked whether she had ever fallen in love on set. She smiled, paused for a long time, and answered carefully. Sometimes, when a scene is written well and your partner is present, you feel something very real. You don't always know what to call it, but you carry it with you. A few months later, Kim Soo-hyun was asked what Queen of Tears meant to him. His reply: "It reminded me of how powerful love can be, especially when it's not easy, especially when it changes you. Maybe that's all the confirmation the world would ever get." And maybe that was enough. Today, the story of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won lives in the space between fiction and reality. They were ever truly a couple, or simply two souls who shared an unspoken understanding. They've left a legacy that feels more lasting than tabloid headlines. They showed the world that connection, real, quiet, enduring connection, is more powerful than any red carpet romance. They reminded us that love, hidden, even unspoken, can shape the greatest performances and the deepest truths. In the end, the most remarkable thing about their story isn't whether it's true, it's how deeply it made us